Day 6. After having a lovely time on the boathouse, we disembarked at 9 in the morning. Samir Salim was already waiting for us at the jetty. Today was the last day of our trip. On our way, we first went to the Marari Beach in Alapua. Marari Beach is a good place to relax. It is known for its peaceful atmosphere, golden sands, and coconut palms. After spending some time there, we went on to the St. Andrews Basilica at Arthunkar. Located on the shores of the Arabian Sea near Alapua, St. Andrews Basilica is a 16th century church established by the Portuguese. The architectural excellence of the church and the tranquil atmosphere surrounding the church are worth a mention. In 1581, the King of Cochin, Veera Kerala Varma, gave permission to build a church in wood, and later the wooden church was renovated into stone in the year 1602. It was again renovated in the year 1870. The new church foundation was laid in the year 1900. It was blessed and opened for service in 1967. It took 60 years to complete the new church. There is an ancient tradition followed to this day by the devotees of the Hindu deity Lord Ayappa that they must pay homage to Saint Sebastian as they return from Sabrimala, the abode of Lord Ayappa. We then proceeded to visit Mattancherry Palace. Known popularly as the Dutch Palace, it features Kerala murals depicting portraits and exhibits of the Rajas of Kochi. Despite the name Dutch Palace, the palace was built by the Portuguese Empire as a gift to the Kingdom of Cochin. In 1951, the palace was restored and declared a central government protected monument. The palace underwent a second restoration by the Archaeological Survey of India, which commenced in 2007 and was completed by 2009. We then went on to visit the Pardesi synagogue. To reach the synagogue, one travels through the narrow streets of Mattancherry with antique shops on either side of the road. The Jewish synagogue was built in 1568, almost 1500 years after the beginning of the Jewish connections with Kerala. It was built on the land adjacent to the Mattancherry Palace given by the erstwhile king of Cochin. The synagogue, the oldest in the Commonwealth, was built by the Jewish community of Cochin. In 1662, it was destroyed by the Portuguese and then reconstructed 2 years later by the Dutch. These glass chandeliers dangling from the ceiling belong to the 19th century and were imported from Belgium. The floor of the synagogue itself is a showpiece with the paving of hand-painted blue willow patterned floor tiles. These ceramic tiles were brought from Canton, China by Ezekiel Rabbi, a renowned Jewish businessman. Each tile is different from one another in its design, and it never fails to capture the admiration of the visitors. The marvelous construction of the synagogue is revealed in all its features, including the splendid pillars. Two gold crowns presented to the Jewish community by the kings of Cochin and Travancore are also kept there. After visiting the synagogue, we then proceeded to head over to see the Church of St. Francis at Cochin. St. Francis Church, originally built in the year 1503, is one of the oldest European churches in India. The Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama died in Cochin in 1524 when he was on his third visit to India. He was originally buried in this church, but after 14 years, his remains were relocated to Lisbon and is now interred at Jeronimos Monastery. We later saw the Chinese fishing nets as it was introduced by Chinese explorers who landed here in the 14th century. One interpretation of the name Kochi is Cochin, meaning like China. We then got back into the car to proceed to the airport. Once we reached the airport, we finally said our goodbye wishes to Samir. The Cochin airport is the first in the state to be powered by solar electricity completely. Our flight was full, but nonetheless, the only thing I was able to remember was the last 6 days of my Kerala adventure.